Alright, what's going on, everybody? And we were back for more Pokemon. It's been a while since I've done this. I'm not sure when this is going to get uploaded as opposed to when I upload the episode from the last session, but it's been a while for me personally, so we might be a little rusty, so bear with me on that. Before we get started on this episode, I have a few things to address. Number one, I am aware of concerns that you might have gotten used to it, or you might notice it. Whenever I tap the keys, you hear this sound. So to avoid that, in the future when I have the time, I will order a shock mount, which, I don't know if you know anything about earthquakes and foundations, kind of like that, so you don't hear this sound. Of course, it won't prevent like loud ones, like when I pound the keyboard or something like that, but whatever, I'll do what I can do. Number two, I'm sure the birds are a concern for everybody, so there's really not too much I can do about that. Their frequency is such a pitch that when I try to edit out, I tell the computer to edit out all frequencies of the same thing, but their frequency is so high that it resonates with the background. So whenever I tell my program Audacity to edit it out, it deletes all the audio. And having a video with the title with commentary would kind of defeat the purpose if it had no commentary. So that's that. Pop filter would also help me make me sound like I have less of a lisp. Actually, I don't have a lisp in real life. I don't have a lisp. A pop filter would decrease the exaggeration on S's, which is why it sounds like I have a lisp sometimes. So that's that. Number three. Let me think. Number three. Still no Xbox. Still no real day. I'm expecting to get it back. So bear with me on that. I mean, I can't do much about that. Circumstances beyond my control. That's that. And number four. This is the most important one today. As usual, I continue to get my personal messages instead of people leaving comments, which for at this point I don't really care actually. Whatever. So I got this one interesting message. As everyone knows, every channel has its followers, so good subscribers who follow along and like videos and leave good feedback and stuff. And then every channel has its haters and trolls. So I'm gonna read this message to you guys. I wouldn't really call it a hate message. It's more like, I don't like what you're doing, so fix it. So here's the message. Hello, I've been watching your Pokemon Emerald videos, and I've come to the conclusion that your videos are not good because you don't focus on the gameplay enough. You talk about your personal stories too much, and you don't focus on the gameplay, which defeats the purpose of having a walkthrough on a game. I think you should stop talking about your personal stories and just talk about the gameplay. That will make it so much more fun for us Pokemon fans to watch, because no one wants to hear your stories. So I've taken this suggestion pretty close to heart over the past few days, and I've come to the decision that I will take this person's advice and I will talk about only the gameplay, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so starting now, we're going to start the gameplay and start moving along now, and I'm just going to talk about the game only. So here we're standing on a bridge, which is obviously took great care from the developers. Here's a beautiful little waterfall surrounded by trees, so we're obviously in a tropical biome. We're also on a rocky terrain, so you can expect rock Pokemon probably to inhabit these areas, and since we are also in a rainforest area-ish, there should be grass Pokemon. And here is a Pokemon trainer who we are going to battle and send out Pokemon to fight against his Pokemon, and we'll see how this goes. So he has a Breloom, which is a grass/fighting type. He uses Headbutt on me. He almost kills me, so I use Headbutt on him too, except I'm paralyzed, and I'm gonna die this turn, so, not die, that's the wrong term, faint. So I'm gonna use a potion, or for a more correct term, what is it called? Super Potion on Mush, who should more appropriately be named Breloom, because Mush is an inappropriate name and Breloom is his appropriate name. So he used Mach Punch there, and I just opened the bag, which I didn't mean to. I'm gonna use Headbutt he uses first because I'm paralyzed, so obviously I'm slower, and I flinched. So I don't get to move this turn. So he uses Headbutt again. I have 1 HP. Now I'm paralyzed and I can't move, so we're going to switch Pokemon to someone who will probably, let's go with Beak, who it should not be named Beak because that's also an appropriate name. He should be named Pelipper, as he is appropriately named. Beak is a flying Pokemon, which also subtype water, as I believe it is appropriately called. So Beak uses Wing Attack, which is double super effective on Breloom. And so we make the Pokemon faint, and we gain 477 XP for Beak, 477 for Breloom, and we gain 1,296 Pokebucks. And this person wants our numbers so we can register him and battle him later to our heart's content. And that's about it for the sarcasm part of this episode. So as you can see, no one wants to, as far as I'm concerned, no one wants to hear that kind of, like, all focus on gameplay, like, that kind of commentary. Because, frankly, no one, that's just boring, and I wouldn't want to watch it, so, I guess, if you don't want to see me talking about personal stories, and from time to time, I still talk about the gameplay, you know. If you only want to see people talk about, like, gameplay, then this is obviously not the channel for you. As I've heard from elsewhere, this is not my motto. If you don't like the videos, don't change the person, change what you're watching. So, there's the moral today. I'm going to continue talking as I normally would, because, frankly, I don't really find interest in being a boring person, and I want to do what I want to, because, frankly, this is my channel, and I can talk the way I want to. If you don't like it, go watch someone else. So, there's the end of that spiel. Hope that was a bit entertaining. Should have been quite boring, and hopefully you picked up my sarcasm and didn't close out the tab before it was like, oh, this guy sucks. He's talking about too much boring stuff. I'm leaving. So there we go. That's about that. And so now we can go back to normal biz. Move on with the campaign, or game, since, yeah, whatever. So there we go. Oh god, okay. Alright. Parasol. That is not fair. Last time I don't know if there's any new Pokemons here, because I was about to give up last episode when, like, because I was looking for this certain Pokemon that I remember, like, looking up somewhere that is in this area. I was about to give up on it, and then, like, on the time that, like, I said, alright, this is my last time I'm gonna try, I actually found it, which is, like, incredibly lucky, because I swear if I hadn't found it that time, I would have left, like I said I would. So, we found it, and we caught it. I think it was called a Tropius, but of course, I didn't name it that because Tropius is a bunch of boring names, so I had to keep things a little lively around here. I mean, so mud levels up. Hooray. We're gonna actually go check out what's over here. Unless you can, like, bypass those trainers. Yeah, probably you could. I'm just walking through the grass right now just to see if there's any Pokemons of interest. We're not gonna bother catching this, except we can't even run. Holy shit! It's gonna kill me, isn't it? I can't even run from this bitch. Oh my god. Let me go! Thank you. Alright, well, let's go ahead and use a potion, because I don't want Mud to die. Our team is kind of fucked up right now. We need to kind of get healed up somewhere. Hopefully there's a town around here somewhere. That block looks very conspicuous, so we're gonna bring out Abracadabra, because I'm sure this is a double right here.